Welcome. Today we are exploring the epistemological bedrock of computer science. We sit at a strange intersection between the abstract, perfect universe of mathematics and the messy, physical world of silicon and electricity. To bridge this gap, we rely on models. Specifically, we will examine the random access machine, or RAM, and how it serves as a useful fiction that allows us to measure algorithmic complexity.
Why do we need these models? Because physical machines are governed by quantum mechanics and thermodynamics. They are too complex for direct mathematical analysis. We need a stable platform, an abstraction, that hides the chaos of hardware, so we can reason about algorithms purely.
Think of the random access machine as the formalized avatar of the von Neumann architecture. It simplifies a complex reality into a solvable equation. It posits a machine with infinite memory and operations that take zero time overhead. It is physically impossible, yet mathematically indispensable.
Before we dissect the math, we must understand the machine it mimics. Let's look at the von Neumann architecture, the design paradigm that defines virtually all modern computers.
The central processing unit is divided into two functional engines. On the left, we have the control unit. This is the nervous system. It doesn't calculate, it corrects. It tells the data where to go. On the right, the Arithmetic Logic Unit, or ALU. This is the muscle. It performs the actual additions, subtractions, and logical comparisons.
The defining innovation of this architecture is the memory unit. It is a linear array where every location has a unique address. Crucially, it is unified. This means code and data share the same space. A specific bit pattern could be the number 42, or it could be an instruction to add 2. This insight allows compilers to treat programs as data.
The machine moves forward in a heartbeat rhythm, known as the Fetch-Decode-Execute cycle. First, it fetches an instruction from memory. Second, it decodes those bits to understand the command. Third, the ALU executes it. And finally, the result is stored. This cycle repeats billions of times a second. However, this design creates a critical flaw, the von Neumann bottleneck. Because instructions and data travel over the same shared bus, the CPU is often forced to wait. It cannot fetch the next instruction and load a variable at the exact same moment. The RAM model conveniently ignores this bottleneck. Now we move from the physical to the theoretical. Let's define the random access machine, the standard tool for algorithmic analysis. The RAM is an idealized machine with an unbounded sequence of registers. However, there is a critical distinction to make here. While physical von Neumann machines use unified memory for code and data, the standard theoretical RAM separates them. It stores the program in a distinct, unaddressable memory. This prevents self-modifying code, simplifying the math. If we allow code and data to mix in theory, we call that a RASP model, or Random Access Stored Program.
What makes the RAM powerful is how it handles addresses. Immediate addressing loads a constant number. Direct addressing loads the value inside a specific register. But indirect addressing is the key. It loads the value from the register pointed to by another register. This simple feature allows for pointers, arrays, and the complex data structures we use today.
This brings us to the core epistemological question. How do we measure the cost of a computation? How do we know if an algorithm is fast? We have two competing criteria. The uniform cost model says every operation takes 1 unit of time. It's simple and matches our intuition as programmers. However, the logarithmic cost model is the rigorous truth. It argues that adding 2 huge numbers takes longer than adding 2 small ones, because the cost depends on the number of bits processed. Why does this matter? Consider the big number paradox. If we square a number repeatedly, it grows doubly exponentially. Under uniform cost, this looks like a fast linear process. In reality, writing down the answer would take longer than the age of the universe. The uniform cost model breaks down when numbers get too big. To solve this, modern computer science uses the word RAM model. It's a compromise. We assume the machine works on words of a fixed size, W. The rule is that the word size must be at least large enough to address the input, mathematically written as W is greater than or equal to log n. This keeps the math simple while preventing physical absurdities.
Let's look closer at the specific instructions we assume are instant, or O of 1.
Bitwise logic, like AND or, is truly instant because hardware does it in parallel. Addition is safe to call constant time. Multiplication is controversial. It's much harder for circuits, but we accept it as constant for the sake of array indexing. Memory access is the most dangerous assumption, as we'll see shortly. You might ask, if our model is physically inaccurate, is our science wrong? No. The invariance thesis saves us. It states that all reasonable sequential models are polynomially equivalent. Whether you use a RAM or a Turing machine, the class of solvable problems remains the same. The details change, but the core complexity is invariant. However, just because the theory is robust doesn't mean it's fast. We must confront the physical reality check. The RAM model assumes memory is flat. In reality, it is a deep hierarchy. Accessing a register takes less than a nanosecond. Accessing main memory can take 100 times longer, and touching the disk is millions of times slower. The RAM model is cache oblivious. It cannot see these massive performance cliffs. Furthermore, physics imposes a hard limit. Information cannot travel faster than light. As memory grows, the physical chip must get larger. Therefore, the time to send a signal across it must increase. Mathematically, access time scales with the cube root of the memory size. Constant time access to infinite memory is physically impossible. Donald Knuth illustrated this evolution in his work. He started with MMIX, modeled on the complex machines of the 60s. Later, he replaced it with MMIX, a 64-bit RISC architecture. MMIX is the concrete realization of the word RAM model, proving that our abstractions are slowly converging with our hardware design. In conclusion, the random access machine is a useful fiction. It strips away the noise of hardware to let us see the algorithm. While uniform cost is a heuristic simplification, and the model ignores cache latency, the invariance thesis ensures our conclusions remain valid. It is the bridge between the logic of the code and the physics of the machine.